Hello guys, welcome back to the channel and to a new video. So in one of my recent videos that I posted last week, I shared with you a tool that I have created to calculate my stop loss and my position size quickly while I'm scalping, right, in futures. So this is a tool basically, alright. It's very simplistic, alright. You can't go simpler than this, so all we have to do is to input the risk in terms of dollar. All right, so you already know what this represents in terms of percentage based on your account size, and you enter the stop loss, say 23, and you're gonna get 4 contracts in NQ. All right, this is micros. So for example, if there is 5 point here, it's going to show you 20 contract. So that means that you can use simply 2 minis, all right, since the multiplier here is 10x, all right. So I received some requests that this is too simplistic and some users needed more features, all right, especially the instrument. This is only for NQ. This is what I trade, and of course not everybody trade NQ. So I made adjustments and I released a new version of this. The core value, which is the simplicity, is still intact, but we have more features. So let me show you. First of all, here's the source code, all right. I can give you the exe file, and also I'm gonna put the Python code so you can do whatever you want with it. You don't even need a programming background, all right. You can just pass it to ChatGPT, for example, and you can ask for it for more features and just follow simple instructions to realize that. But you can see that I added more instruments here, right? Simple code. It has comments, so you know exactly what and where to edit if you have any features that you want to add. Also, if I'm gonna show you the interface later on, but if, for example, you want to add more asset classes here and instruments, all you have to do is to add here, right? Just follow the system. You can see that, for example, crude oil, you can see it has this, the micro crude oil, and the point value here, the mini, and the crude oil. This is the standard. When you want to add something, just use this format right here, all right. You're gonna have to add or find these values on the internet, or you can just ask me on the comment and I can add more instruments, but just follow this structure. So this is the source code. Let me show you now the interface, all right. So it's gonna be this one right here. You can see still simple compared to this, and here you can select the asset. This is a drop down menu. I have added micros, a mini, and the standard, all right, full size. ES, same thing, all right. SMP, a mini, and micro. And there is crude oil. This is gold. There is gold also. I have added euro, all right. There is also the euro. You can see here, micro, different standards, and there is the T-bond, all right. Again, if you want me to add more instruments, you can always ask me on the comments or DM in my Twitter account. Here you can add your account balance, specify the risk, say 1%, and the risk in terms of dollar is going to be automatically shows here, all right, and vice versa. If you change here, it's going to automatically says and state what this represents in terms of percentage of your account balance. All right, this is very useful in my opinion. You can see it works both way. And here you can set the stop loss in terms of points. So let's say that you want to use 15 point. All right, so you're gonna have to use 12 contracts. Now here you can either use 12 contracts in the micro NQ. All right, it's gonna cost you some fees. All right, or what you can do is use a mini contract. All right, you're not gonna risk this exact amount, but it is better for the fees. So in futures you're not gonna have, like in CFDs, in Forex, you're not gonna have a fixed risk per trade. You're not gonna use this amount every single trade. All right, so one contract is gonna give you, I believe, let's say 20 maybe. Yeah, something like this. So this is basically up to you. All right, let's say if you want to pay the fees and risk that exact amount, you're gonna have to use micros every single time. So this is the main interface, and there is nothing else to it. Very simplistic. I'm only gonna need to use this. All right, this is for the people who have a different asset class, a different instrument. I'm only gonna use this. All right, but there is also a cool feature that I wanted to talk about. So if I'm trading with, I'm scalping, all right, and I want to keep this on top, all right, I don't want to search for it, especially when I'm scalping the 930 open. The volatility is very high at that time, and a simple going to the downside and click on it, that 2-second delay is gonna make a difference. So what you can do is you can always keep it in top right here. So even when you click like this, it's not gonna disappear. So how are you gonna do that? Simply, you can go to your browser and just search for Power Toys. All right, click on the first link. This is from Microsoft, so you don't have to worry about everything. And click on this, install Power Toys. So it has a lot of cool features and toys, in other words. Advanced past. All right, this is not for us. We have always on top. This is the feature that we need. We have color picker, again, a lot of cool features. Fancy zones, this is also really good, especially for traders. All right, I'm gonna show you, but anyway, this is not relevant right now. So if you go to fancy zones, also it's gonna give you like a really nice layouts if you have different tools that you need to use when trading, right? But let's get back to the main point, and always on top. So once you download that, you're gonna have this Power Toys. Click on settings, and I want to disable all the models. I don't need all this. All right, you can enable whatever you want. We only need always on top. So click on it, enable it, and here you can edit the shortcut. So in my case, I use Alt C. All right, when you have your combination, click save, and when you click on it, click on this Windows right here, and then click Alt C, and now you can see that it is on top, right? It's always gonna stay on top, right? Beautiful. By default, the thickness is gonna be a bit overwhelming, something like this, right? So you can play around with the values here, and you can see, let's get back to here. You can see that you can keep it here, or you can keep it on another window, whatever, or another screen. So in my case, I like to keep it on another screen, and click Alt C again, and now it's gonna be always on top. So this is very good if you're scalping. All right, so we want to make it as easy as it gets, so you don't have to worry about these things and be anxious about it. Just focus on your trading and finding that clean setup of yours. So I'm gonna leave all the links in the description. All right, and if you have any other questions, you can always DM me in my Twitter account or leave a comment down below, and I'll answer you as soon as I can. Now, happy trading and good luck.